There is now an update to the Flower Bluff band controversy. If you've been following this story, let me get you up to speed here. They decided to self-report after an ineligible student joined in. Superintendent Chris Steinbrück says that they're going to investigate this and they will not comment any further until the investigation is complete. Now there's an update to the case. There's a new band director. They have a new leader. According to an article from Rachel Denny Cloud and my good friend Tony Holomir, they sent a notice to band parents on Tuesday notifying them that change. There was an ineligible student that competed in the Region 15 5A marching competition in October. While the band has advanced to a competition in Cheddar Park, they were disqualified from competing due to that academic infraction. According to parents, FBISD District Fine Arts Director Elizabeth Ortega Ruiz will assume head band director duties, effective immediately. The former band director has been transferred to assistant position, effective immediately, according to the district spokesperson. They said they will provide no further comment given it's a personal matter. Well, when you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. There's some common sense for you. If you're not going to follow the rules, there's consequences. I mean, it's like the old saying. It's like we've all been taught before. If you're not going to follow the rules, there's consequences. There's always consequences to your actions, you know. If you choose to steal, you choose to go to jail. Everybody has to understand. When you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. Take it up with Dr. Phil. Listen.
You choose the behavior. When you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences.
One more time.
When you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences.
Again.
When you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences.
One more time.
When you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences.
That's right. When you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. Choose wisely. There's consequence. It's consequence to choices. Take a look at this short.
When you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. I then understood the importance of accountability, and that's when I learned from Dr. Phil, when you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. I then understood the importance of accountability, and that's when
it's important accountability. Like you got to take accountability for your own actions. That's what school districts need to understand. And they've forgotten that most important advice. When you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. Nobody understands that. I'm not bad-mouthing the district, throwing them under the bus. The only thing I'm saying is for everyone, for every parent, for everybody that works in that school district. You choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. Every behavior that you choose has some consequences. When you choose to not be aware, to have an ineligible student perform that band, you choose the consequences of either getting away with it or returning yourselves in. They chose to report themselves. It's all about choosing behaviors and consequences. So always remember, if you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. We all heard of colon cancer. So why is it that, you know what, we'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a second. The thing I understand here is this, nobody knows all about accountability. They can't hold themselves up accountable and say, well, I'm sorry that I did this and that, and I promise we won't do it again. You got to take accountability for your own actions. Don't expect somebody else to take the fall for it. Everybody has to understand from a point perspective that when you choose the behavior, you choose the consequences. In this case right here, they chose to self-report. That's probably a good thing. But a lot of people are saying they should have self-reported this, allow them to get away with it. But the thing that people have to understand here is You know, they should have happened. They should have said, "Hey, you're not ineligible. You need to leave," and they would have still continued playing. But it is ridiculous that I gotta hear people that just don't care about the rules. Rules are there for a reason. That's why we have city ordinances and state laws and school policies and procedures. Principals can't change the policy of the district, but the procedures they will try to fix. They'll try to fix all the procedures that are put in place and then come up with a plan to make sure that something like this does not ever happen again. Because if it did, we wouldn't even be here right now. If that ineligible student came forward and said that why he do it, it'd be getting right first to be asking him, why'd you do it? Why would you do it? Did you not tell them that? Did you not sign up? Facts have got to be proven, and we'll let you know what happens. Coming up, why is colon cancer becoming more common in young adults? And you've got to see this. And you got to see this footage of a driver in a Halloween costume runs over a sleeping man. And later on, this dad dumps a candy bowl in the daughter's Halloween bag. Stay with us and find out. What is going on? That's the question everyone wants to know. We're talking about colon cancer. It's something no one wants to talk about, but you got to get your colonoscopy immediately. That way you know if they can detect colon. Remember the episode of Hank and King of the Hill where Hank had to go through a colonoscopy because something was wrong with him? His colon was filled with beef? Well, this is different from these three celebrities. The Black Panther actor, the princess, and now this guy. All one has died, one person is going through it, and now it's growing. So what is really going on? Here's Allison Hall.
What's going on? 47-year-old James Vanderbeek is in the prime of his life, and yet he's one of the 150,000 Americans diagnosed with colon cancer this year. 10% of those cases are people under 50.
We are seeing an epidemic in young people being diagnosed with colon cancer. I'm seeing about a patient a week under age 50. We never ever saw this before.
Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman succumbed to the disease in 2020. And many believe 42-year-old Princess Kate could have been treated for colon cancer, a diagnosis she has not confirmed. What's the reason behind all of this?
There's several possible causes that we're exploring. Are we taking too many antibiotics? Processed food? Vending machines as a child, too much red meat, also is associated with a higher risk of colorectal cancer.
James Vanderbeek rose to fame starring on Dawson's Creek.
What if this time is different?
He also starred in the film Varsity Blues.
We're gonna suck it up, we're gonna put one in the end zone.
And competed on Dancing with the Stars in 2019. The father of 6 went public with his private cancer battle after he says a tabloid was going to out him, telling People magazine, "I have colorectal cancer and have been taking steps to resolve it with the support of my incredible family. I'm in a good place and feeling strong," he says.
Studies show colorectal cancer is now the leading cause of cancer death for adults under 50.
And if that ever happens to you, you better pay attention here because we can tell you some steps and we're going to help you out here. We're going to help you out here right now, right here. So get a pen and paper. So stop what you're doing right now. Get your ass. Go get a pen and get your ass out of bed. Get yourself a pen and paper and listen up good. If you missed this episode, you're fucked. Because if you're still eating red meat and then you got colon cancer, you need to cut back on your red meat. Experts say you should eat red meat once every 2 weeks. Because we all know that red meat's rich in iron, but if you eat too much of it, it can lead you to colon cancer. So does it really happen? What else are the causes for colon cancer, and what can be done? Well, time for Give Me a Break. Now it's time for Give Me a Break medical. Now it's time for medical. Now it's time for medical break, where we look at colon cancer. In young people, usually it's 50, but now it's coming into young people. I'm under 50, and I might get it. There are several factors that contribute to the development of colon cancer in men, including diet. Processed meats and fat, low in fruits and vegetables may increase the risk of colon cancer. Lifestyle, being overweight or obese, smoking, excessive alcohol consumption may increase the colon cancer. Type 2 diabetes, radiation, other conditions. If your family had medical cancer, had this disease, that could probably lead you to get colon cancer. This is not a scare tactic. This is information for you to know, so you need to write this down immediately. Or go on www.givemeabreak.substack.com, where we'll give you more information as to what you can do to cut back on colon cancer, as well as putting on this episode. So feel free, when this ends, feel free to go on www.givemeabreak.substack.com. We'll give you information, hits, and tips on what you need to do to prevent colon cancer. So now we know the causes of it. How do we prevent it? How do we prevent colon cancer from ever happening? Well, we've been ignoring the doctor's advice by cutting back on red meat. Getting irregular colonoscopies is the most effective way to prevent colon cancer. If you're at average risk, you should start getting colonoscopies age 50 or age 45 if you're African American. That's what we're putting race into this. Eat diet-enriched fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, and limit red and processed meat. Try eating dairy products, which may lower your risks. The American Cancer Society recommends at least 150 minutes moderate intensity activity or 75 minutes of resistance activity each week. Maintain a healthy weight. If you're overweight or obese, it increases your risk of colon cancer. Right now, I'm at 180 pounds, which I'm at 20 pounds away from the 200 pounds. If you're at 230, you could be obese. Correct me if I'm wrong. Avoid tobacco. Smoking is linked to higher risk of colon cancer. I don't smoke, and thank God I don't smoke. Limit alcohol. If you do drink, women should limit consumption to no more than 1 drink a day, and men to 2 drinks a day. Take aspirin. A low dose of aspirin daily may reduce the development of polyps, especially for people with a history of polyps or colorectal cancer. However, aspirin can have serious side effects, so check with your doctor before starting it. About 90% of colorectal cancers are thought to be preventable. Take this very seriously. And here's an example. And I would hate to use an old TV show as an example here, but this is really helpful. And if you don't take this advice, you really could be going down the drain here. Not just you, but your family members, your wife, your husband, your children could go through this. If you don't listen, you're going downhill. You are going downhill. Let me show you a clip, because a lot of you don't know all about colon cancer. You need to cut back on red meat. So experts say you should eat red meat once every 2 weeks. If you do that, you could lose the risk. You could lose the risk of getting colon cancer. So let's take a look at this clip of Hank getting a colonoscopy.
Machines, can't you take a picture through the gown?
It's normal to be a little frightened, Mr. Hill. Just turn your face to the wall.
Oh, you want me to get that?
No.
Mr. Hill?
Mr. Hill, this is Tasha. She's a medical student. Would it be all right with you if she observes the examination?
Well, I guess.
We're gonna skip
We
ahead.
used to get an inside view of your colon.
Just kill me now.
Mr. Hill, do you wish a bite plate?
Mom, I'm hungry. Whoa! Dad, what are they doing to you?
Bobby, get out of here.
No, Mr. Hill. When a family faces an illness, all members should be involved. Remember, they're your get well team. Hey there, Ace. Do you like video games?
Yeah.
Well, this joystick is just like a video game joystick. Only my red button fires a real laser.
Cool. Pew, pew.
Bobby.
Say, you're good. Maybe you could, help us out a little later. Just kidding, Mr. Hill. Mr. Hill, it doesn't hurt to smile. It might actually help. Tasha, you can begin.
So you see,
So far, this looks normal.
you see that right there? That's going through the normal stage. So, you see right here, where I'm pointing at? That's going through the colon. And if your colon is full of beef, you need to cut back on it. I mean, I may not be a medical expert, but if I had my mom on here, she would tell you to cut back on red meat, or tell me the same thing. So if you're at 40, so if you have your 40s and 50s, you need to make sure you get your colonoscopy checked. And if you don't, you're going to have problems. You're going to have problems, and then you're going to be stuck in the grave if you don't start taking these lifestyles. Lose some weight. Get some exercise. Get some exercise. Go out there and get some exercise every day. Then we won't be at risk of colon cancer. So I hope you all wrote your notes, because this information could be really useful to you. And if you don't take this information and you don't take it very seriously, don't come crying at me saying I didn't learn your information. Go to www.givemeabreak.substack.com. I will have an article with full lists and tips of what you need to do to make sure that you're having a healthy lifestyle and that you won't get your colon cancer. Coming up, we're going to talk about the gout, what causes it, and what foods that you should avoid to even getting that big toe, the big lump on your toe, which is the gout. We'll explain and give you an example. Please stay with us. Welcome back to this Give Me a Break Medical Break special, where we're dealing with issues that affect your health. So far, I focused in on colon cancer, or getting your colonoscopy of how you should get it. Now I'm going to focus in on your big toe. No, not the whole big toe. We're going to talk about what causes this swell, because you're probably looking at your big toe and wondering, why does my toe hurt? It's probably toe turf, right? But the question is, did you eat chicken livers? Did you eat some anchovies every day? If you ate some anchovies, ate some chicken livers every day, you might be having the gout. What is it, and what can be caused by it? Well, here's a random doctor from Everybody Hates Chris.
Well, gout, or the gout, as some people like to call it, is a form of arthritis, which causes severe swelling, usually in the ankle or the big toe. It's caused by a poor diet, including things like
eating smothered pork chops. Turn off the sound here. Like smothered pork chops. Smothered chicken fried bacon. Smothered chicken fried bananas. Can't eat salt. But really, that's not how you get the gout. I mean, this is all about, because you got to get yourself a good diet. And if you eat stuff that causes the gout and you get that big toe, you're going to be in for a real treat. But going back to colon cancer, the foods that cause it is basically... Oh, we already talked about that. I mean, look at the big toe. The causes of this are things like organ meats, like liver, kidneys, brains, tongue, and tripe have the highest levels of prunes. Limit servings of beef, lamb, and pork. Certain seafood, anchovies, shellfish, sardines, tuna, herring, scallops, mussels, codfish, trout, and haddock. Sugary drinks and sweets. Table sugar is half fructose, which breaks down in uric acid. Alcohol. Beer and distilled liquors increase the risk of gout. Alcohol prevents the kidneys from eliminating uric acid. High fructose corn syrup, gravy, meat sauces, yeast, yeast extract, chickpeas, mushrooms, peas, cauliflower, asparagus, fava beans. That may trigger the gout. If you want to reduce it, a lone prune diet, getting protein from low-fat dairy products like beans, soy, other and their plant-based sources. Limit your alcohol sources, especially beer, and avoid it during gout attacks. Drinking lots of fluids with at least half being water. Take a vitamin C supplement if your doctor recommends it. Here's an example of when Bobby got the gout. He got it from eating too much chopped chicken liver.
How many people? 8 pounds. Bobby, what did I tell you about the funny walks?
Not in the house. But this isn't a funny walk. My toe really hurts.
Your big toe?
Uh-huh.
Bobby, now listen to me. Put yourself in a 3-point stance. From football, Bobby, before the snap.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby, it looks like all that activity you've been up to has finally caught up with you. You've got turf toe.
What do I do about it?
Well, you play through the pain, and I get to take you to the Heimlich County Sports Medicine Center. We can laugh at all the people with tennis elbow. Excuse me, sir, did you throw out your elbow playing golf or tennis?
Tennis?
You know, Bobby, we gave you a dumb middle name.
Bobby Hill, Dr. Tannenbaum is ready to see you.
Now you two go ahead. I'll be here until midnight filling out these endless damn HMO forms. Oh, shoot. I put Bobby down as my own father. Ugh, damn these HMOs.
So what's it gonna be, doctor? Whirlpool, deep heat massage? Or are you just gonna tell my son to play through the pain? 'Cause I'll support that.
Oh, none of that will be necessary. According to the blood test, your boy here has gout.
Gout?
Guess who filled out all the forms? Hey, hey, hey.
Well, gout occurs when uric acid crystals form in the bloodstream and collect in an extremity, like Bobby's big toe.
Now hold on, maybe turf toe was a pipe dream, but gout? That's an old man's disease.
Hey, I'm not going to tell you it's normal for a 12-year-old boy to get gout, but it happens. Like that feral boy they found surviving on pig excrement. What you need to do is quit pumping your boy full of purine-rich foods.
And those are?
Preserved fish like anchovies or herrings and organ meats. You know, kidneys, hearts, liver.
The boy's not a ghoul. He doesn't eat that stuff.
Is there liver in chopped chicken liver? Because that's what's on a Louis Anderson.
What?
I've been getting it at the Showbiz Deli.
Oh!
Bobby's gout will clear up if he stays off those deli foods. In the meantime?
Exactly. In Bobby's case, he should have stopped eating that crap and even gotten some exercise. Stop eating chicken liver. Or even better, don't buy it. If you think about buying chicken liver, discard it. Or better yet, return to the store and get your money back. Hey, let's return chicken liver? What for? Some dude in a Gryffindor tie told me to not eat it anymore. I don't want to get the gout. That's a good choice, brother. But the thing I understand here is this: I never had chicken liver. It may be good, chopped up chicken liver, but now I would never eat chicken liver. Never did, and I will never eat chicken liver. Never. You can learn a lot from watching King of the Hill. Yeah, you can definitely learn a lot. You can even definitely learn a lot from King of the Hill if you're a medical expert. So, that's probably it for this medical special. We dealt with colon cancer. We dealt with the gout. Coming soon, we're going to tell you about your medical records and how it can stay hidden. And why I should tell your doctor to not write stuff down. From Dr. Timothy Johnson. I have that for you coming up soon. But the bottom line here is this. I mean, if you get the gout, you're going to basically kill yourself. It's like we talked about. You need to cut back. You need to reduce. You need to reduce the gout. To reduce it, don't just eat a low prune diet. Now, what is a low prune diet? Well, let's find out what that low prune diet is and how it can be helpful. Low-fat dairy, such as milk and cheese, fruits and vegetables, nuts and peanut butter. Grains such as bread, pasta, and rice. Eggs in moderation. Fish, chicken, and red meat in moderation, about 4 to 6 ounces per day. So you can go to the supermarket and find a steak that's 4 to 6 ounces. Or if you're going to a restaurant, find a place that has 4 to 6 ounces per day. Tofu. And to avoid a low prune diet, bacon, liver, sardines, anchovies, dried peas and beans, oatmeal, cauliflower, spinach, mushrooms, high-fat food, sugar, sweetened drinks, and sports drinks, gravy and meat broth, wild game such as quail, duck, deer, elk. If you avoid all of these, you probably won't get the gout, but you'll have your low prune diet and have a healthy lifestyle. Now, in order to find out and constipation can really happen, so take these medical issues very seriously. And if you take these medical issues very seriously, you too can live a long life, healthy style eating long noodles. Like Martin Yan says, long noodles symbolize long life. And never lick the pasta. Never do. Because it's a crime in Italy to break the pasta. And if you do, you might go to jail. Coming up next, it's a world of beauty and mystery. Japan's legendary geisha. For centuries, they lived behind a silk screen in secrecy until a best-selling book happened. But one former geisha is saying that the book's sordid picture that terrifying world is threatening its very existence. Keith Morrison has the story of the secret life of a geisha. Stay with us. It's a world of beauty and mystery. Japan's legendary geisha. For every century, they lived behind a silk screen in secrecy until a best-selling book revealed the intimate rites and rituals of one daily life. But one former geisha is saying that the book's sordid picture that terrifying world is threatening its very existence. How can that be? Here's Keith Morrison.
There are places deep in the imagination, hidden away in the private corners of Japan, dedicated to the pursuit of pleasure. They call these places the Flower and Willow World. Only women live here. And the curious visitor must be content with fleeting glimpses of vivid, enigmatic creatures living the secret life of geisha. And who are they, these Technicolor phantoms?
It's been said of me that I was the best geisha to come along in the last 100 years.
Mineko Iwasaki is perhaps the most famous former geisha of them all. She made her name as a dancer and an entertainer.
I played many roles.
Or it might be more accurate to say, she would become the most infamous geisha in Japan. The trouble started with this book, Memoirs of a Geisha, published in 1997. Mineko Iwasaki helped provide research for the book, and in the process, pulled aside the curtains of the geisha's tea houses and bedrooms. The daughter of a kimono designer, Mineko began her training at the age of 6 and became a geisha at 21. She retired at 29 when she married an artist. Working geisha can never marry. Here in her hometown of Kyoto, Mineko Iwasaki introduced us to the ancient rites of the geisha, the titillating sliver of skin left bare to hint at the flesh and blood beneath. She showed us how the colors of their intricate costume, the kimono, changed with rank and season, each one worth more than $10,000. Beautiful. She told us that in her geisha heyday, she catered to legions of the well-heeled, even British royalty, and that in the process she was privy to some of the world's best-kept secrets.
We never talk about our clients.
But she, as you will see, would be accused of breaking the cardinal rule of the geisha, a centuries-old taboo.
That is their geisha code, and they pride themselves on their silence.
Journalist Leslie Downer actually lived among them, briefly. For any Westerner, the rarest of experiences, to see behind the bamboo screens into this domain created centuries ago by the most powerful and the richest men in all of Japan.
The whole essence of the geisha is that they are secret and closed and exclusive.
Very expensive. The geisha are paid about $200 an hour for their time. An evening's entertainment at one of these ancient tea houses starts at about $6,000 minimum for a banquet like this one arranged for Dateline. Here, the geisha ply their trade. They dance and sing, and they keep the rice wine and the conversation flowing. Isn't it difficult to have to talk all the time to old men? Like making men that old?
No, older men are easier to talk to. Younger men have nothing to talk about. The geisha will move from person to person. And they'll be chatting, and they'll be giggling, and they'll be flattering, and they'll be making the men feel very, very good.
How far do they go to make the men feel very, very good? Gossip is impossible to control, of course. The seamiest of possibilities have been imagined. But the women say not a word, not ever.
Everybody knows that a prostitute is a prostitute. Everybody knows a singer is a singer. Everyone knows a dancer is a dancer. But nobody, the Japanese included, quite knows what a geisha does.
And so it remained until this.
I wasn't born and raised to be a Kyoto geisha. I wasn't even born in Kyoto. I'm a fisherman's daughter from a little town.
Memoirs of a Geisha is presented as an autobiography, complete with a translator's note, told as if the story had spilled out in a series of confidences. Memoirs is the tale of Sayuri, a Japanese girl born into poverty in the 1920s, sold into bondage to a geisha house in Kyoto, who triumphs ultimately as the greatest geisha of her generation. And though it is just a story, a novel, it reads like a confession.
He pulled my robe open. I'd certainly never seen myself so naked before.
The world of the geisha had never been so publicly exposed, and by an American man, no less.
I did want it to seem as if it really were the story of a woman who had actually lived.
The author, Arthur Golden, interviewed by Jody Applegate on The Today Show.
So how does a 41-year-old white American father of two get inside the mind of a pre-World War II Japanese geisha girl?
You know, you just try to put yourself into the mind of somebody else and imagine what it must be like to be there.
This was Arthur Golden's very first novel, a sensation, 62 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list, translated into more than 30 languages. The movie rights optioned by Steven Spielberg. Scattered throughout Sayuri's sexual escapades, there were tiny, intimate, accurate scraps of geisha daily life, their erotic hairstyles painstakingly sculptured with wax and so difficult to create. The hair is washed only once a week. The stilt-like shoes designed to keep their flowing robes off the ground. Their traditional instrument, the shamisen, made from the skin of a virgin kitten. He had penetrated the erotic life of the flower and willow world, all with the help of Mineko Iwasaki.
I talked to him for maybe 8 hours a day. My voice became very hoarse.
She was very helpful and forthcoming about the details of a geisha's life and so on.
Golden showed his appreciation in the book's acknowledgments. In the course of my extensive research, he said, I'm indebted to one individual above all others, Mineko Iwasaki, patiently answered all my questions about the rituals of a geisha's life in intimate detail. The feeling wasn't mutual.
I was very upset.
Everywhere, people were amazed that an American male could write so convincing a first-person account as Memoirs of a Geisha. But here, amazed is only part of it. Hell has no fury, as the saying goes. And woe to the man who tries to expose the secrets of the flower and willow world.
He promised not to reveal my name. And then when the advanced copy of the book came out, it was a total surprise. That's why I'm so angry. Why did he reveal my name? I never thought he'd break his promise.
And she, it appeared, had broken that ancient geisha code of silence. And worse, through this book, she says, Golden seemed to confirm that all those scandalous rumors about geisha had been true. Because if there's one fundamental question everyone wants to know about geisha, it's do they or don't they? In Arthur Golden's Memoirs of a Geisha, they most certainly do. And that's where a great deal of the trouble started.
A lot of people have always thought that geisha were high-class prostitutes. That's not true.
It's not true. We're artists. We don't sell our bodies, we sell our art.
Do you really think that he was portraying you as a prostitute?
Yes, the book is all about a prostitute.
Mineko says she asked Golden to take her name out of the book, and that he told her it was too late, the book was already printed. Golden has said he does not consider geisha prostitutes.
Mr. Golden has said that this book isn't really about you, and therefore you shouldn't be upset about it.
That's what he says, but reading it, more than 90% of it is my story.
She seemed to find Golden's claim laughable. It is indeed her story, she says, but warped by a veneer of lies. In Memoirs, a client pays a staggering amount to deflower the virginal Sayuri, and Golden claimed the same of Mineko in publicity interviews for the book, like this one on NPR.
This woman that I interviewed was told me and was very proud of this, that her virginity had set a record, selling for 100 million yen, which is $850,000, which is a staggering amount of money.
He told the whole world that. How does he have the right to say such lies?
Arthur Golden wouldn't grant Dateline an interview, but he has said that his conversation with Mineko was on tape.
I never said a single word to Arthur Golden about selling my virginity, because it never happened.
She says he was just trying to sell more books, using her to make the story seem more authentic. But it wasn't just Mineko's pride that was hurt. Far from it. Now, because of Mineko's cooperation, geisha and young apprentices told us they find themselves fending off clients who have sexual expectations.
Foreign guests who read that book
they expect maybe same thing or similar thing. So then I have to explain again to them.
Over and over again.
That's right.
Experts told us that some geisha do maintain long-term sexual relationships with their sponsors, but that for most, life in their women-only houses is committed to hard work and study. In modern Japan, the number of girls prepared to do that is rapidly dwindling. And now the geisha claim, because of the book, some parents are afraid to let their daughters become geisha. These two sisters, former geisha themselves, now own a tea house where geisha entertain.
We're very troubled by this.
You two have known Mineko since she was just a little girl. Were you angry?
Yes, people here were very angry, and so was I.
I think after reading the book, they all really hate me. They asked, how are you going to apologize to the people who've tried to keep up the traditions?
They even suggested, she claims, the most spectacularly Japanese solution.
They said go to the Ichiriki tea house and commit suicide there.
Americans will find it very hard to believe. You were actually asked to commit suicide.
I did think about dying, actually. It was to make up for what I had done. I tarnished the Japanese culture.
Have you lost many friends?
Yes, I have.
Instead, she chose an all-American solution, a lawsuit. She sued Arthur Golden for a cut of the reported $10 million in book sales.
It has been whispered that Mineko-san is interested in the money, just wants to make money.
I just want those books removed from the stores and for my family's name to be taken out of them.
But in a statement, Golden told Dateline, it's important to remember that Memoirs of a Geisha is a novel. The book is not based on Mineko's life story or that of any other geisha. I feel quite puzzled by Mineko's claim that I promised not to divulge her identity. I never made such a promise. And Golden's lawyer claims Mineko wrote this letter, asking Golden to set up meetings for her in the U.S. to help create interest in her story in the Japanese media. Mineko says he misunderstood what she meant, that she only wanted to promote her hometown, Kyoto, in the U.S. But finally this month, the two sides agreed to a settlement, though the terms are a secret. And now, Mineko has written her own book, which tells the story, she says, her way.
Promises are made to be kept, whether they're spoken or written. And because we made a promise to each other with our hearts, it should never have been broken.
Up and down these ancient streets, they still clatter from one assignment to the next. So each year, there are fewer geisha left to keep the secrets they hear, the scandals they see.
Wow. So whose side do you believe? Whose book would you read? The American book, or the book that she wrote? I would think that I would read the truth. So I have to go with the side of the expert geisha. The one in the piece. But I'm glad things have settled years ago. Alright, 30 years ago, you may remember Jack LaLanne. But now we're gonna hear his story. From carrot juice to even swimming on a rope. Keith Morrison has the story. Stay with us. Jack LaLanne. The name may not be familiar to you, but if it was, you might have bought some of his exercise equipment or tried the famous carrot and celery juice diet. But if you never heard of him, you might want to grab a seat. Because today marks 100 years since Jack LaLanne was born. And as you hear from him from back in 1994, he had a lot of plans. Once again, Keith Morrison.
We're going to work the body from the bottom of the feet right up to the top of your cute little head.
A long time ago, before most of the world was born, was this funny guy named Jack LaLanne.
I'm here for one reason and one reason only, to show you how to feel better and look better so you can live longer.
Did you see this?
Oh!
He was like a missionary.
You know, God helps those who help themselves.
With a gospel of exercise and diet.
So if you make a sincere effort trying to do more gymnastics, trying to eat better, then your prayers for guidance and for intestinal fortitude are going to be answered.
People now middle-aged were wide-eyed children.
Wave to everybody in television land.
Amazed by this peppy, pumped-up fellow with the broad shoulders and the sleek bodysuits, the ballet slippers, who sang, for heaven's sake.
The you look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle.
Who could ever, would ever, be like this? Well, almost anybody, as it now turns out, pumping and sweating in 100 different ways in 1,000 clubs across the land. A prophet that Jack LaLanne turned out to be.
It's everything that I have preached all my life. It's all coming to pass now.
Who else would have guessed way back in 1936 that Americans would wind up spending $20 billion a year keeping in shape? Which made us think, as we came out to see old Jack in his idyllic retreat by the sea, that we'd find a man enjoying the quiet now. And rather pleased, we figured, with how many of us are working out and eating right. And, on both counts, we were, of course, wrong.
There's more fat people than there's ever been right now. All these hamburgers and hot dogs and all this stuff is killing the kids. Sometimes I get so, I get inside of me. How can people go for this stuff?
May I stop this for a moment, just to say, the guy is 80, and he's a wild man. Still.
See how that works?
He is an octogenarian dynamo, and here, a missionary in his chapel, kindly, too, for the rather pathetic pilgrim who has come to call.
Oh, Jesus. There's another piece of equipment I invented in 1936. These pull-down machines.
And much of the gear in here, just like a lot of machines now in use around the world, came out of his head, his imagination, almost 50 years ago.
Do you get a little license fee every time you sell one of these things?
No. You know what?
What?
In 1936 and 7, when I first started,
right,
I'd invent this equipment. We never thought about patents then, you know. We thought about staying in business, paying our rent.
He could have been obscenely rich, probably should have been, but is merely comfortable. He no longer owns any of the health clubs, some of which still bear his name, and when we asked about them, he seemed, well, frustrated.
My whole tribe was getting these people to stay in my gym. I gave them personal supervision. Well, it isn't done that way anymore. Now they're thinking of mass stuff and they're thinking more of the monetary thing instead of giving service.
So here he is instead, devotedly teaching his visitor, trying to save the world.
That's your push-up, huh? Those are sissy push-ups.
The only way you can hurt the body is I told you, don't use it.
He certainly uses his. An hour and a half of breathless, non-stop weightlifting every day. Pull-ups, bench presses, over 300 abdominal exercises, 400 push-ups. Hurtling his 80-year-old frame around the pool and then swimming against a rope tied around his middle for hours, having much earlier left this mere mortal exhausted.
I want to keep my condition, my strength, and everything as long as I possibly can. Here's to a good day.
Here's to another day.
And so he begins each day with carrot and celery juice.
Would you get your dog up in the morning, give him a cup of coffee, a cigarette, and a donut? Why? You're laughing. You killed the dog.
That's right.
And look at how many Americans got up this morning with a cup of coffee, a cigarette, and a donut. They wonder why they're sick and they're tired and they're all screwed up, and why they look lousy and they're not successful in life. They put the wrong fuel in this human machine.
He goes on like this incessantly. Just ask him about Jack the hopeless teenager launched on a life of sugar and sloth.
Here I'm got pimples and boils, I'm wearing glasses, 30, 40 pounds underweight, and it was during this time I dropped out of school. I went to a health lecture.
He likes to say he was saved.
It was from hell to heaven. Just like that lecture said, you can be born again I said, dear God, please, just give me the willpower to refrain from eating these foods that are killing me.
Now he eats a lunch of fruits and grains and proteins and vegetables.
I make him soup for lunch every day, but...
And one suspects that his greatest strength is her.
Oh yeah, he's taught me to cook.
He taught you to cook?
He taught me to cook.
She is a woman with the good grace to enjoy being called Elaine LaLanne, whose laughter is just as fresh even when the joke is 4 decades old.
I couldn't bet her till I fed her.
Oh, Jack, you're terrible. Tais-toi. You know what that means?
Well, you tell me.
Shut up.
Oh, this is one of the greatest things I can do for your thighs and your hips.
But then it was always a duet.
There's nothing I wouldn't do for Elaine. There's nothing she wouldn't do for me, so we go through life doing nothing for each other.
My husband, Jack LaLanne.
They go to high schools now, and wherever else they can find souls and bodies fit to be saved.
The future of America is right in this room. Why is it that everyone isn't in shape? If I can help just one of you, the sky's the limit.
His body is impressive. He didn't seem senile at all. Almost 80 years old. Wow. I think the main message I'm going to take with me would probably be that your body and how you look and how you feel is all up to you.
One more for the missionary.
1, 2, 3.
If Jesus' philosophy didn't work, if he couldn't do those miracles, what would be the good of following him?
You have to understand that all these religious parallels are no accident. Do you remember all those birthday stunts Jack pulled off?
Jack enjoys doing things the hard way. He's different. He's sensational.
Swimming from Alcatraz in handcuffs. Pulling 70 boats with 70 people, 1.5 miles on his 70th birthday. Why?
Jesus had 12 disciples, right? Helping him to promote. I'm not comparing myself to Jesus, but I'm just saying he called attention to his philosophy.
And he certainly did that. So what about now that he's turning 80?
What I've got planned, and Elaine, I know she's going to get mad. See, what I wanted the last 3 years, I wanted to swim from Catalina Island to San Pedro underwater. That'll be 26 miles. I'll be underwater maybe 24, 25 hours.
And then again, maybe he won't. She says he ain't gonna do it.
She says, if you do that, I'll divorce you. I said, promise?
But he certainly will be preaching.
Your moral, sacred obligation is taking care of the most priceless possession on this earth, your body. I don't care how long I live. I want to live while I'm living.
In fact, Jack did not swim to the island yesterday. He got up, drank his glass of carrot juice, and bucked iron like any other day.
Kindly, too, for the rather pathetic pilgrim who has come.
Any other day. Any other day. Wow. We all give it. This guy right here leads an example. If you can be like him, you can live longer, healthier, and stronger. Take that with someone who cares about his body. We'll be right back. Do you remember watching Maury years ago? I certainly do. I almost have his haircut. You are not the father. And people go, yeah, bitch, I told you it wasn't mine. But now, years later, Maury with Diamond, back in 2019, Maury had a board game. It was called You Are Not the Father. The Maury game, You Are Not the Father. Basically, we'll show you the game just a minute, but first, I want to give you an example. This was a commercial. This right here was a commercial from years ago. And it was on Maury.
Throughout all the caresses, all the kisses, all the tender moments, it all comes down to this. A baby is one of nature's most joyous and beautiful creations. Especially if it's not yours.
Yeah, bitch! I told you it wasn't mine!
From the producers of The Maury Povich Show comes the Maury Povich Home Paternity Test. With clear, easy-to-read results. Baby daddy? I'm not baby daddy. It's the only way to make sure you're not being taken for a ride by some skank hoe.
Baby, please, come on! What bitch is gonna try to fling me like that?
The Maury Povich Home Paternity Test.
I I had a friend of mine who had this one. Not this, the board game. She never played it. And God forbid if she did. I don't know if she got the board. I mean. So here's how the board game works. I mean, here's an example here.
4 cards, and we will
Which
use
is
those
subject to
cards
tonight's power
debate
break.
Who is the father? We'll do that until all the cards are done, and then we will reveal what is in our envelopes. We are scored on popularity, which will determine the order we pull our father cards in.
So the most popular pulls first, and the least popular pulls last. The least popular pulls first, and the most popular pulls last.
Dude, are you alright?
There was a gas leak in the
You
room.
look like you've been tearing up because you're the father.
Ooh. Is that on the card?
No.
Shut
Is that
your
a
trap,
challenge?
bitch.
I did. I closed my trap. That's why I'm not the father.
Okay. Also, I am also on the docket as a potential father, like we all are. No one is safe.
I am not the father. Trust me. I'm not.
Let's begin.
I heard you guys were calling me names before I got here.
Yeah.
What was
yeah.
I being called?
Seaman Marcus, Seaman Demon.
The
Yeah,
Seaman
those
Demon
things
from
like
San
different.
Diego. Seaman Marcus, like the store?
Yeah.
I heard they're having a sale on not being the father.
Doesn't make sense. There's also just a company called Siemens, and that's you.
Listen, I do have a lot of semen and it's strong, but it never made a baby, alright?
Amanda, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Yeah, I do. You, Courtney. Don't you understand where babies come from? It only takes one time. So that's my defense.
Oh, you're attacking. Ooh, you're attacking.
Yeah,
That's a 3.
that's right.
You have a 3 or higher.
I was called a lot of names, which is crazy. I do not.
Oh!
You lose one, you are not the father card.
Wow.
We are off to a
good
Baby
start.
number 2 for Courtney.
Wow.
No!
Cheaper by the dozen. You're on your way.
I heard it's easy to have 2 babies than it is to have one because they entertain each other.
I
That's
don't like
cats.
you.
You messed that up. It's cats.
Big
All
mistake.
right.
My turn is done.
Listen, jerks. She just wants me to be the baby's dad because I'm a YouTube celebrity. Real.
Spike that
You know what? I just gotta say, Shane, that baby even has your same hairstyle.
Ori, I'm a lover, not a father.
Well, you were seeing other women while she was pregnant.
She was already pregnant when we met.
I can't beat that.
We're not the father.
That's right.
Oh.
Out the gate. The baby definitely does look like you, though.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
Baby's ugly as hell.
That ain't my baby, cause I paid off her car note.
Ooh.
What does that even mean?
You haven't paid for anything because you bought a hot tub for your new girlfriend.
A 5.
Monica.
So now I just gotta take that punishment.
Yeah.
What is this?
Lose 2 popularity.
You guys, no.
Bye-bye. We all go down.
You gonna take what she dished out at you, Courtney? You gonna take that?
Angela told me she had shit cards earlier. So.
Wait, what?
Oh,
You don't even know the baby's middle name. As a teenager, I drink a gallon of soda every day. I'm sure I can't have kids after that. Just a reminder, these are real quotes from the show.
Totally have kids after that.
You don't even have a job! Oh, hilarious! I am, all caps, positive that test is gonna be, all caps, negative!
I like your use of words. Very smart. You might not be the dad.
Yeah! I should be exonerated!
You gained 3 popularity.
I need to defend myself. You're blind. If you think that baby looks like me, you need to get your eyes checked.
How can you deny your baby? He looks just like you.
Excuse me, but I've been with 1 million women and none of them got pregnant. I can't be that baby's daddy.
Me too. I can't beat you.
All right. Game 2, you are. Wow, that's huge. That's huge. That's huge.
That's absolutely huge. Why do I
That's
fight?
huge, Mari.
Why
That's
do I
huge.
always fight when I don't need to fight?
Yeah, that's why I'm a fighter, not a lover. I'm a fighter, not a father.
Here's the truth, y'all.
Oh no.
I'm about to reveal something, y'all. I didn't feel any sympathy pains while she was pregnant. That's why I'm not the dad.
Oh!
How did that work? Because I didn't feel it. You feel it in your gut, you know? You know what I'm
A
saying?
man's intuition. You and the baby both whine the same, just like you're whining right now. Oh, with a fiber?
Oh, I can't have kids. My soldiers are not marching.
Oh!
Play that. Play this card.
And another
thing, how can I make a baby when she keeps busting my balls?
Oh!
That's an 8.
Wow. No, I can't beat that.
I get 2. You are not the father. That's some clean semen. I am.
Bullshit.
My soldiers be marching to single
Well
land.
done.
I've
Well
never heard that phrase.
Marching to single land?
Yeah, they're marching to my bachelor pad.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know, you've done nothing for this baby. No diapers, no wipes, no nothing, Amanda.
Oh.
No diapers, no wipes, no nothing.
No nothing.
Yeah, bitch. That baby's got one blue eye and one brown eye. Know who else does? Her ex.
Oh.
And God is my witness.
Oh my God!
God is my witness.
I got nothing to say.
Wow.
Got nothing to say? I gained 2. You are not.
Wow.
Father.
Amanda.
I heard I was a semen demon.
Watch her be the
Maybe I'm winning.
father still.
Watch it. Watch it.
I'll watch that. My turn.
Watch it.
Like you.
Keep watching it.
My turn. Here we go. I can't make babies on account there's something wrong with my seed.
Ooh. That sounds like a
It's
you
goop-
problem.
Too goopy, thick, viscous.
Stop talking about the consistency. The one accusing the one doing you are daddy.
What? You are daddy.
I don't care.
Actual quote from the show.
Regardless of what the results say, I'm gonna be there because I've been there.
Okay. So that means you are the dad.
No, it just means I'm gonna support this baby no matter what because I care about people. I'm a people pleaser and I can't say no to things, you know?
Wow.
You win.
Wow.
You win.
Yeah, 2 words.
Lost your popularity.
Wow.
1, 2, 3. I'm back where I thought it.
Yeah, but I'm the most popular.
Shut up.
Demon in the wind.
You don't want to be the father, but you keep calling yourself semen.
Yeah. Demons don't make babies.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Courtney, do you have something to say?
Uh-oh, Court. Uh-oh.
I'm no mathematician, but the timing just don't add up.
Oh, okay. Well, you've got the same dimples.
Oh,
That's huge.
not the dimples.
Kiss by an angel.
I kind of took him to the park once, and another thing,
Oh.
I bought that baby some fine clothes just like mine.
Whoa.
Okay, you're not the father.
Not
You
the
took
father.
you took the kid to the bar. You're acting like the biggest baby in this whole situation.
Oh.
Wow.
You have dimples and you're a baby. I'm not.
Courtney loses 2 pops.
Oh no.
I'm coming back. I've got a generic face. I look like everybody, but that doesn't mean I'm their daddy.
That's so true. I was gonna say that. You remind me of someone.
Your girlfriend tried to teach the baby to drive.
Oh.
Doesn't mean I'm the dad. I'm 74. I can barely make oatmeal, let alone baby.
I got nothing to say to that. That's
That's crazy.
Game 2, you are not the father card.
Finally,
I
I've
need
had
some of
none
those.
of these.
Amanda,
Yeah. What?
you got your rocks off. Now man up and get a rock on her finger.
Woo!
That's right.
Yeah, my rocks got off. You know what? I got something to say about that.
Then say it.
Boom! I'm gonna draw 3 cards before I say anything, honey.
Yeah,
Okay? That baby looks exactly like the pizza delivery man. He's the baby daddy, not me. Woo! I don't deliver pizza. I deliver sex.
That makes you sound like the dad.
No.
Okay. Well, if you were half a man, you'd admit you were the whole daddy. Oh!
That's important. That's important.
Fine.
You about to lose every twice.
Wow. I sustain.
Now you must lose one you are not the father card.
Oh. You're tricky. I don't
One
like
back in the pile.
We will not be getting
One
here.
pick in the pile.
To the pile.
Pick in the pile.
Fine.
Man, they're trying me.
Fine.
Don't do it.
So, hello, Ian. Ugh, dad name. You hit on other girls all day long. So that means, yeah, daddy, baby.
Me? Me? I can't even have kids. A horse kicked me in the groin.
Oh.
Oh.
That's facts. That's facts. That sucks. Because I'm 1,000,000% sure you are the father. Oh.
1 million? Well, guess what? 3 different psychics told me that those are not my children. Whoa, that's a 5!
Oh. God is my witness. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You even slept with her best friend. Whoa. Oh my God. Mic drop. I'm a DJ.
Amanda.
Hire me.
Amanda.
Yes.
Oh no. The lie detector determined that was a lie!
Well, what does this mean?
You lose 5 popularity.
Oh, everyone hates you now.
You've been gunning for me since day one.
Now that all that shit happened,
Damn
let's just
it.
say, it can't be me. I wear briefs and my boys get too hot. Doctor said so. He looked at my balls. He said your balls are way too hot. Hot balls.
I don't want to argue with that. I get it.
Hot balls.
Hot balls.
I heard you crying to your mama that you were the father.
So, I was in a coma when she got pregnant from my hot balls. I can't be that baby's father. From my hot balls. I was in a hot ball coma. Oh.
Hot ball coma.
I ain't got nothing. That's right. Ooh, I get one of these. Oh.
Hot ball coma.
One more you're not the father card.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Why? Because you're the father?
No, because I'm not.
Those words just slapped me across his face. Actually, like I got it. Impact.
Let's see what this do.
I stayed home with the baby while she was out partying.
You couldn't perform because you were getting it from someone else.
I've got something to say about that.
Oh.
Okay, this is not looking good for me.
Okay.
I'm working 2 jobs, but I always make time for that baby.
Oh.
So you are
Look
the
at
father.
those eyes. Same as yours. Boom. Oh.
He said,
I've got something to say about that.
No.
We're giving him so much time. You must have something. You must.
You must.
It's a 3.
Don't shit yourself.
So I'm just gonna lose the card.
Oh. Let's just say whoever goes next is gonna be in trouble.
Okay, you're keeping this game alive.
Whoa, I'm really starting to believe you were in a hot ball coma. Hot ball coma.
There's very few of these cards left too.
Oh my God.
So game could be over soon.
It takes more than 10 seconds to make a Bobby.
That's the child's name!
Bobby.
It takes more than
That's my
10
purse.
seconds to make a baby. I am not the father.
Oh. And everybody knows it.
Someone had to say it.
I cook toast for that baby all the time, so I couldn't possibly be the father.
You're so weird.
You and the baby's belly buttons are both innies.
Oh, she's
damn.
Okay.
Controversial.
And another thing. Oh!
You don't have the backup.
Your face is looking like that baby's face is looking in that mirror.
You look like Bobby! You look like Bobby! Bobby! I would never name my child Bobby.
Okay, so you lose one you are not the father card.
Okay, good thing I have one left.
Oh!
Wait, that literally sucks, dude.
Oh wait, but you're red.
And I'm right.
Oh.
Also, you were the dad last, so.
So Bobby's the name, huh?
Courtney, you, because you challenged me last. You, Courtney, you pawned the car seat to buy video games.
Oh, that is. Oh.
Literally. The kid has no car seat.
Yeah.
I've been a father to that baby, even though it's not mine. And another thing. I physically can't make boys. That's proof I'm not her son's daddy.
You can't. You
cannot make boys?
You can't make boys?
I cannot make boys.
Damn, you are not the fathers.
I get 2 not the fathers, and I gain 3 pockets.
There's no more you.
No!
A huge dad upgrade.
You're all done.
Oh, that. We are done. Well, now it's time to find out who's the father. Everyone, go
What
to your
the hell?
DNA test.
No one touch anything. We will now read the results in our DNA envelope. We will pass it to the left, and that person will read it for us. The second we find out the father, the game is over.
So we start with the least popular person
Yes.
and move on to the most popular. The least popular person
It's you.
is me.
Yeah. Oh, I knew it.
You loser.
But you know what? I'm not even worried because you know what? I'm not the father.
Oh, yeah, we'll see. All right. In the case of this baby, you
Are not the father.
are not the father.
Come on.
Oh,
Surprise to be sure.
That's a surprise.
All right. And Monsieur Folder, time for you to own up.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Semen Demon is just a nickname.
That you keep saying.
A lot of cards.
Semen Demon, just a nickname. Oh, just a nickname. Just a nickname. I'm with you, bro.
We must find Bobby's dad. Bobby's dad.
In the case of this baby, you are not the father.
Oh, end zone, end zone, end zone, end zone. Yeah, I played football in high school.
High school.
What's up? You want to get a beer after this?
I don't know. You might still be the father, so I don't know.
No, I'm not. I literally am not.
Drinking doesn't get you pregnant.
No, because like it makes your semen all weird.
I have so many you are not the father cards. There is no way that I'm going to be the father of this baby. Okay? The chances are like nothing because my balls are hot.
I do feel bad for you because you were in a
Shane.
coma.
Shane,
Yeah?
in case of this baby,
Oh my god.
you are not the father.
Oh, God.
What? That's right.
That's crazy because Bobby looks exactly like you. End zone, baby.
Okay, Chance.
I'm not scared.
You're not scared?
Nope, I'm a virgin.
Okay.
I actually believe that. Actually, yes.
Chance. In the case of this baby, you are not the father.
We weren't surprised by that.
Yeah. You definitely
We weren't.
Oh.
You only have 2 cards? Oh my god! You only have 2 cards? Oh my god!
You've never had sex, though.
But I never had that.
Yeah. Okay, that's true.
Oh, Courtney's the father of 2 babies.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my god.
Courtney, father of last baby. In this case,
Are you gonna name this one Bobby too?
in this case,
Father of last baby.
Courtney, father of last baby. In the case of this baby, you are. No.
Let's go!
Oh. So what? Let's go.
So now it's your turn.
There's a big stack of cards in there, so there's no fucking way. It makes it. Go ahead.
You were the host.
You're gonna be the father.
No, I was too. I can't be a host and have sex at the same time.
That's not true.
Yes, you
True.
can.
Hosts have
Multitask.
so many have so much sex.
That's true.
Yeah, end zone, baby.
Angela, in the case of this baby,
You are not the father.
you are not the father.
He told you! Come on, bitch! I fucking said that! I said I wasn't! Listen to my words when I say something! Fuck yeah!
Wait a second.
Go back around.
He is risen! That's what it said, bitch! I've never had sex with a virgin!
All right. Clearly the DNA test was faulty. We gotta go again.
I've got nothing to be worried about. Once again, as I said, I've never had sex.
Okay.
This is so much more fun now. The heights six are
All right.
There was some blood mixed in with the semen.
Come on.
That's not how any of them work.
They got some
No.
negative.
They stole my Wendy's cup and took DNA without me saying
Why are you
that.
f***ing in your Wendy's cup?
Because I can't come at home. Stop it. I can't. I'm really right. No, it works. Everybody knows that. My mom gets so pissed when I come
You ever had a bacon eater so good?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
It's fun. It's fun. I played true. I played strong. I'm not worried.
All right.
I'm not.
All right, Daddy.
All right.
Don't wake Daddy.
This won't be the end zone for you, buddy.
It won't.
All right. In the case of this baby, you are not the father.
Oh,
Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Don't do that.
Whoa! I love the part there.
Amanda, you've been talking shit this whole episode. In the case of this baby, I'm not even gonna look. You're not the father!
Oh, in the You're really trying to make end zone a thing.
End zone! Oh, this is a sword!
Are you looking for this, Shane?
That's right, what I say! Seaman Demon doing this thing, boys!
I'm not. It's not gonna be me.
You just f***ed the bookshelf.
Fine.
Shane, I'm a diddle. Oh, diddling. Diddling. In the case of this baby, you are. I'm not even gonna look. Not the father.
What? 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 What?
Oh.
Light? Yeah, that's right.
No.
Oh! Oh!
Don't hit that.
Yeah! End zone!
No end zone!
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh.
Good end
So
zone.
many end zones.
Boys and brews and balls!
That's right.
Okay,
balls.
Court.
Hot balls.
Court, daddy of the previous father. In the case of this baby,
Oh my god!
you are. Not the father!
Well, again, I have nothing to be afraid of. Because I myself am a woman of God. I have never in my life,
A woman of
ever,
God.
yes, ma'am,
Where's your envelope?
Christian woman.
Way over there.
No, I get it.
Oh my God, no.
I think he's about to go to the end zone.
Yeah, but he's not going for the win.
Am not the father.
A woman of the Lord.
I am not the father.
Brother Chance McCrary of the LA County Mega Church.
Yes.
In the case of this baby, you.
Get his ass! Get his ass! Get his ass!
What's he doing? Oh, God!
Is that what he did with the splooge? End zone!
We gotta clean up a mess. We have.
That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool. So you get how the game is played. You might be asking me, hey, I might get this game. Where can I find it? Well, it's a good question. You can actually get the board game on Amazon. It was released 5 years ago. You can actually get it on the freaking Amazon, baby. Actually on Amazon or on eBay. Just type in, "You Are Not the Father." And you'll get a lot of, you'll love it. So if you love more so much, the game's for you, and you'll actually love it. That's Game Break for Wednesday. I'll see you Friday.